Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and Shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 577 today, and I want to address the migration of Google reCAPTCHA and the fact that people are getting emails saying you've got to migrate your keys. And I see a lot of questions about what does it mean? Can someone explain this to me in simple terms? Because there's a lot of words on this page that I'm sure they mean something. There's just a lot of words on the page. I totally get that, by the way. I like executive summaries and things made simple so that I can glance at it and go, yep, I got it. If I need more information, I can go find it. So yeah, I'm seeing it in forums, I'm seeing it on Facebook, I'm getting emails, I'm getting phone calls from people, I'm getting DMs from people going, we don't know what it means and does this apply to us? So the answer is probably. If you're getting an email saying migrate your reCAPTCHA keys, it probably applies to you and you should be doing it. Let's just start first of all though with what is reCAPTCHA, just as a reminder, and then I'm going to go through what's happening and then very quickly just talk about the process to migrate across. I can't demonstrate it at the moment for reasons I will explain in a moment. So what is reCAPTCHA? You know, when you go to a website and you have to tick the button to say you're not a bot, you know, I'm not a bot, and you've got to check the box or do something. And sometimes it'll just check the box and sometimes it'll pop up with a challenge to you and say, select all the tiles that have got mountains in them or roads or cars or bikes. I hate those, by the way. I always stress that I'm not selecting the right all of the boxes, or I look at the box and go, is that a mountain? I can't tell. My eyes are so bad. Is it a mountain? I can't tell. But that's what reCAPTCHA is. It's a way of providing a visual challenge to a visitor to determine whether they're actually human or not. Only humans can really look at something visually and say, oh, that's what that is, and respond to that challenge. The challenge is randomized, so you don't know which challenge is going to come up at any one particular point in time. And it's Google that provides that functionality. Google has a server, or a series of servers, of course, that sit out in the internet. When we want to put reCAPTCHA onto our sites, we connect into their API, the application programming interface, the connector, the plug, and we say, yep, we're going to plug in and we want to be able to use your service. And to be able to use that service, we need digital keys that says, yes, this site is authorized to use your service for this specific service, for your servers for this specific service. Don't say that 10 times fast, hey? So that's what reCAPTCHA is. Why is this happening? Well, when Google first started out, and when it was a little tiny Google, they had their reCAPTCHA project, and they had it on a URL that we knew as google.com/reCAPTCHA. It was a separate standalone project. You used to go and log in there with your Google account and create the various projects being the little containers, the filing system, if you like, that says that this is for this website. I used to use projects like a website was a project. Put that in there. You might have had a project that had several different things in it, but they're ways of segregating your information in Google, in the Google site. Sorry, I really messed that one up. But you would go to Google. The upshot of that is you would go to google.com/reCAPTCHA, sign in, create a project, get your keys, connect your site in using that. That was when Google was a little tiny Google. Google is not so little tiny now. Google is quite large and mammoth, and has a lot of things going on. And over the last few years, they have been building out what they call the Google Cloud project. Is that what it's called? Google Cloud. Yes, it's called the Google Cloud. And they have been slowly pulling in all of these little tiny services, or all these services that they've got, the maps, reCAPTCHA, a couple of other things I can't think of off the top of my head, and they're pulling them all into the Google Cloud infrastructure. Now, it's not as simple as, well, we're just going to pull this code up here and we're just going to plonk it in and make it fit nicely into the Google Cloud project. It's a different code, not necessarily a different code base, but it's different enough that they can't do that. So what they've got to do is take the services that are here and migrate them to here. They can absolutely just migrate your services across and say, well, here they are. The problem is that if they do that, they don't know which projects to put things into. They don't really know whether some of these things are still actually active or not, or whether they just need to be shut down. So they've come out to us as the owners of all of this stuff saying, listen, we're moving, we want you guys to move your stuff, or we will move you for you, and you might not like what we end up doing during that move. I guess you could think of it like, first of all, the first part of that is, if you have got a website here with one website address and you want to move people to this website, sorry, you're moving across to this website and you're changing your website address, and you want to say to people, look, we're no longer going to use this website, stop using this address and start using this address. That's like the migration that Google is doing. The second part of that is, if you then sort of think about, well, we're moving house, for example. You have the choice of, you can pack your house up, you can know what goes into each box, you can know where each box goes yourself, you can unpack each box and put things wherever you want them, or you can allow someone else to do it. And the problem with that is that you don't know which boxes they're going to put things in, you don't know where they don't know where to put those boxes in the house, so they're going to make decisions as to where they go themselves. So the best part of this is that they're giving us options as the owners of this information do we still want it? Do we still want to keep this, or do we want to just delete it? We don't need it anymore. If we want it, how do we want to migrate it across? Which projects do we want to put them in? Do we want to rearrange our projects? Do we want to have them divvied up different ways and make sure that they move across? So that's why they're doing it. They're getting rid of one system and they're moving us to another system. According to the data I have, it looks like they may end up just migrating us anyway if we don't migrate. The problem is that you might lose access to your keys during that migration. I guess the last part of that I need to highlight too is that when you move to Google Cloud Project, they will be asking you for billing details. Now, with reCAPTCHA Enterprise, which is what we're talking about migrating to when we go to Google Cloud, the Google Cloud Project, I've got the pricing here. It's 10,000 interrogations, I think they called it, for free. Assessments, there we go. It's free for up to 10,000 assessments per month. That's a lot of people filling in a form and clicking that button to say yes, you're a valid user. It's 10,000 assessments per month for free. After that, there is a fee, and I'm not sure what that is. I don't have the pricing here. I think it was something like $8 for the next 10,000. Don't quote me on that. You will have to go and look it up. Sorry, I should have had that information at hand. I just don't have it at hand at the moment. There's a lot to go through. So that's why they're doing it. That's what you need to think about. And I mean, the last part of that is they need to make sure you've got your billing account set up so that they can bill you if they want. Um, are there any real differences? Yes and no. There's Google Classic reCAPTCHA. Now, under Google Classic reCAPTCHA, you basically get your APIs. It was free, um, and you had version 2 and version 3. Version 2 is a simple checkbox. Version 3 tended to run just in the background and profiled people's use of the site to determine whether they look like they were bots or not. Enterprise is a little different. It's managed under Google Cloud. You've got granular roles. So what that means, granular user roles. So what that means is that you don't just have yourself on the account. You can have other people on the account, and you can give them access to various bits and pieces under the reCAPTCHA project to say, yep, you can manage this, you can do this, you can do that, without giving them access to your whole Google account or the whole reCAPTCHA account. You've got some paid support available to you. They've still got the APIs, of course. The pricing, as I said, is free up to 10,000 assessments per month, and then it's billed, and the front end scripts are the same. Now, when you migrate, you're probably going to have to make a couple of changes to the scripts because you're going to have a different system running. So just bear all that in mind. I think that's all that I need to talk about in terms of what it is and why you need to do it. You do need to do it. If you're not sure whether you're using reCAPTCHA or not, you might need to log into your reCAPTCHA account, have a look at what is set up there, and then try to trace it back to the site. I know that I was just looking at my dashboard. I had some very old sites on there, and some of them haven't seen traffic at all in the last few years. So they've been deleted now because I'm not using them. I don't, if they were in use, they're still there. The final part on all of that is that I'm talking about, I'm sitting here saying, look, you can migrate across to your Google Cloud account. You can take when you log in, what I'm being told, and I can't verify this at the moment. When you log into your Google reCAPTCHA account, if you go into the project for a specific key set, you're going to be given a button that says migrate my keys. And what you do is you click on that, you'll log into the Google Cloud account. It will ask you a few questions. You've got to go through setting up your billing account. You've got to make sure that your details are correct. It will then take the keys out, or it will take the keys from your reCAPTCHA account and migrate them across into your Google Cloud account. That's all automated using that process. I can't show you that because they're rolling it out. This isn't everyone's getting this all at once, which is probably a great idea because it limits the number of issues they're likely to experience as part of this. So I can't show you because I don't have that up on my system yet. It hasn't come to me and said I've got to migrate my reCAPTCHA keys. I imagine sometime in the future I'm going to get that email, and I'm going to go in and there'll be a magic migrate button that I can use. I think that's it, guys. It's a lot of talking, not a lot of demonstrating today. If you'd like me to sort of walk through how you set up a Google Cloud account or where you can find your Google Cloud account and such, I'm happy to do that. It's easier with those types of things to have specific questions to answer, however, because I can show you a few things, I can explain a few things, but without the specific questions, it's a really huge account. It's a really huge system, and there's so much you can do within it. Anyway, have you got the email? Were you confused? Did it make any sense to you? Do you still have questions about it? Is there anything I've said that you've disagreed with? Anything I didn't say, or anything I said that raised questions that I didn't answer? I hope there was, because there was a lot in there. Maybe not. If there is, come across to my community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Join the conversation there. If you haven't, if you didn't want to do that, if you don't want to do that, You can leave comments wherever you're watching or listening to this video. If this video was helpful, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.